Hey guys, welcome back to Cubing with Colin. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new MoYu AoChuang WRM 5x5. Now one thing I just want to mention is if you order from Speaky's shop, recently they've been giving these cool, with their cards, they've been giving these cool things where it comes with a gift. I'm actually going to hide the QR code, but if you scan the QR code it'll give you something. Now my recent order, I got this GAN bag, and it's cool that you can get this because this is completely free. I was just mentioning that because I thought it was cool. But now onto the AoChuang. So I think the biggest competitors are the Valk 5 and the MGC 5x5. So I personally prefer the MGC 5x5 because I think on bigger cubes speed is kind of important. On the Valk 5 it's more stable, and even after some setup I don't think it's as good as the MGC 5x5. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about the AoChuang, so let's get into it. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to apologize for any background noises. There's some people taking some trees down and around, but let's get into it. So here, I'll move these just in frame. So, MGC and Valk. I believe the MGC is $21, the Valk is like $50, and I think this is like $40. So, let's look at the customizations that come along with first, or the accessories box, I guess. Key that you rip it, because that seems to happen every time. So, came with some extra magnets, the MoYu screwdriver, which I actually personally like because I can have screwdrivers just laying around and I don't have to worry about trying to find one. So, 2 pamphlets and then a cube pamphlet, so nothing crazy. And then the cube. So let's get into it. Here's the cube. Got a little lube, so I'm going to wipe it off. But, already looking at the sticker shades. So, compared to the MGC, I think the MGC is a lot like the Valk, so I'll just compare them here. So, obviously, white's the same. It's a darker green. I don't know what I think of that. The blues are about the same. So, I think I like a lighter green with the blue because it contrasts more. But the oranges, this one's a little darker, and then for the reds, I think it's a little lighter, and the yellows is the same. So first thing I notice is size. So this cube is smaller than the other ones. I don't know what I think about that. I think I like the size of the MGC pretty well. I like it a lot. But let's get into some first turns. Okay, interesting. So it feels like there's a little lube, but it also feels dry at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it. It might be a little tight as well, so let's take a look at the corner cutting. Actually, before we do that, so the magnet string seems like it's a medium light on the outside and a medium strong on the inside. Let's look at the corner cutting. So just under 45 degrees normal, and then for reverse, a little under a piece. So I like that. That's pretty good. Parity. Okay, I'm getting a lot of lockups. I think it's just because I'm overshooting a little since it's a little fast. See if you notice that I keep overshooting the turns a little. I think the magnets could be a little stronger on the external layer. But, I think it's fine. I think these should be like a medium rather than medium light. But, I do like the feel of the cube. So, yeah, this is a good cube. It's cheaper than the Valk 5, more expensive than the MGC. So, I'd say it's probably worth it. After setting up, I'll get back to you. But I think what I'm going to do is set this up, see how it feels, and then do a solve on each of these and see how they each compare. Okay, so it's only getting louder outside, but besides that, I put 1 drop of Martian in each layer, and it's feeling a lot better now. So, I think I'm going to scramble the other 2 cubes up, and then do some time solves and see how each of them compares. But I can already tell you, I think my Valk 5 is set up slow, and once again, I don't really love slow cubes. And then, or at least for big cubes, and then the MGC is a little fast, and I think the the AoChuang is like in between, so it's kind of a good middle ground for me. So I'd say there's like a 90% chance this is gonna become my main. And yeah, so let's get the other cubes scrambled up and I'll be back. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, I decided I'm not gonna do solve my Valk 5 because I basically just average like 5 seconds faster on the MGC, and while for you, maybe you're faster on the Valk 5, it's just not my style, so I don't think it's really gonna be that important comparing. But a couple things I noticed. I do like the AoChuang WRM more than my MGC because after using this AoChuang for a bit, when I went to scramble my MGC, I got like 3 lockups that were almost pops, since this is already a very unstable cube and it pops very easily, so I'm already used to this cube. And the other thing is the internals on the MGC are very slow, and the magnets are like a little lighter, which I think you need stronger internal magnets. But on the AoChuang, they're actually faster, and I think it's a good speed. So I think I'm actually going to start off with the MGC solve, just because why not? And this is probably going to be the last time I do a solve on it for real, I guess, since it's probably not going to be my main for a while, if ever. So, okay. Just a warning, I'm pretty slow on 5x5. Okay, there's lube on this, even though I didn't... Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm actually going to keep this solved since that is a real problem with the MGC. There's a lot of... it's very unstable, so pops are a big problem on it. What am I doing? Okay, I can't find any bars to start off with. I guess that's all I can do. What am I even doing? Oh, this is a bad solve. I'm just used to the AoChuang now, even though I haven't done that many turns on it. The internals are so slow on the MGC, it just seems weird. Edge pairing is going pretty decent. This wouldn't be such a bad solve if I hadn't been really slow on my centers. Okay, one of my dogs is barking now. This is going to be the loudest video. Alright. I don't think this is going to be that bad of a solve. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to do as good on my AoChuang. First of all, because I got a little lucky on the scramble, or at least for the edge pairing, it went really smooth here. But, we'll just have to see how it compares. I do like the AoChuang more, I mean, I have to say, but problem is it's twice the price, so in a minute we'll go over which I recommend. Oh my gosh, can't find any of them. So, this cube is already a lot quieter. I didn't notice that when doing my first turns. So recently I've been getting into 4x4. So The MGC 4x4 is coming out soon, and I can't wait to get my hands on that, since 4x4 is one of the events that I'm actually okay at. I'm trying to become a sub 1 on it right now. What am I doing? Okay, I don't know that case, so. Put the last two centers. So while solving, I noticed that I really do think the outer layer should have stronger magnets. I feel like this is kind of a redo of like the GTS 3M 3x3 to the WRM. Like they just wanted to get rid of the red ridges, which obviously wasn't the case here, but they wanted to get rid of the ridges, but they also changed the magnet strength, which kind of I don't think was really that necessary here. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of lockups, but also I haven't tensioned this. I do like the tensions though. A decent amount out of the box. Lucky Olo case. Okay. That's actually a pretty good solve for me. So, final thoughts, I'm going to say I don't see why you would get a Valk 5 anymore unless you really need a 5x5 and both of these cubes are out of stock. This is my personal preference, but the Valk 5 is my least favorite out of these and it's most expensive, so I don't recommend it anymore. I think it used to be one of the top two cubes, and I don't think it is anymore. So now between the MGC and the AoChuang WRM, so I like both these cubes a lot. If you had $40 and you want to spend on a 5x5, the AoChuang is definitely better than the MGC, but it's also twice the price. So if you don't want to spend so much on 5x5 and you still want to get into it, I still think the MGC would be a pretty good option, since the AoChuang isn't that much better. But yeah, so I would main either of these cubes. Both of them are great cubes, but price is a problem, go for the MGC. If it's not, then go for the AoChuang. But that's all I have for today, guys. So thanks for watching, and see you next time on Cubing with Colin.